everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is week 9 of Virtual Princess 5K training. This week I have a few easy runs with a sprint workout and a 5-mile long run, but I'm especially excited about this week because I get to talk about probably the park I am most excited to visit, Hollywood Studios and Galaxy's Edge. It's so lovely to see the sun out. It's Wednesday, and I have a funny story. Yesterday we had Track Tuesday, and I brought out my GoPro, and I was going to try out some settings and not use my Osmo Pocket at all, just to play around with the GoPro and talk about Hollywood Studios Day, and it was great. And I got home, and I realized that I still had the slow-mo setting from last week, so everything was in slow motion. So, yes, we're going to give this a take 2. I just have an easy 3-mile run today. Yesterday, what I was going to share was that I did my sprint workout. I had 6 sets of 2 minutes of hard running, 2 minutes of recovery jogging, to total 4 miles with the warm-up and cool down. And it went very, very well. So now I'm just going to take an easy run for 3 miles down my street, and I'll talk about Hollywood Studios Day. So here is take 2 on getting to talk about that park. Coming off a hill. I'll say for my own video record here that I am testing out the linear and horizontal stabilization, and I also have some sort of boost setting on here just to see how stable a video I can get while I'm walking / jogging. Curious. I'm jogging right now. I wonder how stable this is. I put my GoPro, man, that sounds right. I put my GoPro on my cheapest I could find little mini tripod to carry, and I realized that I can't hold it by the tripod legs because the GoPro is too heavy and it just wants to fall over, so I'm having to hold where it connects to the tripod, which isn't a big deal, but I might have to invest in something that's a little more hardy that can hold the GoPro up. Now, the one good thing about having to redo this whole thing over again today is that today is Wednesday, Inauguration Day, which just wrapped up right before I came out here. I heard something interesting when I was listening to some news radio when I was driving my errands this morning, how every inauguration of a new person feels like ending one chapter and beginning another. And it really is true, because every single one is going to be different. Even if they're from the same party, every president's term is going to be different. And I've also appreciated the past few months, really. The pastors at my church have not shied away from political topics that have been, relevant to what's going on in today's world, which is, from what I believe and what the Bible would call for in our church leaders, that they shouldn't shy away from what's really going on in the world. But in the end, no matter who is president, whether you voted for him or not, God is still over everything. And he's who I choose to put my hope in. My GoPro screen did something funny. It went off. I don't know if it really needs to be charged. But anyway, I was right in the middle of a thought, GoPro, come on. But anyway, what I was saying is no matter who's leading us, I put my hope in something much higher. And as I said last week, I'm going to use this moment in history to really dial in on what to do about certain things and to know why. I've always said I stand for certain things, but to know the why. Because that's, I mean, you can say all the things you want, but you really got to know why you're saying those things, or it really doesn't mean that much. So anyway, my thoughts on Inauguration Day. Our leaders, our president, our country should always remain in our prayers, because this time in our country it feels really rocky. And I don't know if it was this way when I was younger, and I just don't remember because I was younger, but it doesn't really feel like it has ever felt before. I don't know if anyone else around my age can relate to that, but that's just what it is. So like I said, stay tuned. I'm sure I'll have more thoughts on this in weeks to come as I dive into what I personally choose to believe and hope in. So enough of that. Let's get to talking about Hollywood Studios. And I probably should be running. I've done a lot of walking, so let's get to running. Alright, so Hollywood Studios. I don't know if you can tell with lighting, it might be weird, but I'm wearing Star Wars earrings from 5 Lemons Company. Kind of obsessed with Etsy right now. There's so much like cool stuff that people make that you can find on Etsy. But anyways, so obviously with that and my beginning of this video, you can tell I'm very excited about Star Wars Land, Galaxy's Edge. I am looking forward to everything else that Hollywood Studios has to offer. Pretty sure that Toy Story Land didn't exist the last time I was there, like I said, 10 years ago. So getting to see all the Toy Story stuff will be fun. I love Rock and Roller Coaster. As I mentioned before last week, those roller coasters that have the things that come like this that I can feel nice and secure, I'm good with. So I love Rock and Roller Coaster. But a lot of the stuff on my handy to-do list that I'm going to get out right now has to do with Star Wars. Alright, here's my list. Ready? This is going to be the slowest 3 miles ever, but that's okay. Alright, we'll start with the food, since that's how I did it yesterday. The Slackers, Jocks and Spoon, I'll link this video above where they talked about the best snacks. They did this whole, like, what do you call it, bracket system, and they voted on all the snacks. And this one won, and I really want to try it. The carrot cake cookie is number 1 on my list. I want to try it. It looked amazing. I also want to try blue milk, and I want to try a Ronto wrap, especially the breakfast one. That one looks really, really good. Visit Oga's Cantina. I got a reservation for that place. Looks like an awesome place. The music and just really immersing yourself in the whole Star Wars thing. So, let's see. I think that's it for the food. So that's the food. All right, let's get a little more running in. I'm doing a lot of walking. Hey, okay. Some other things. Get a Rise of the Resistance boarding group. I have watched the videos, I have taken notes, and I feel incredibly confident in my ability to be able to do this. So stay tuned for my park day videos to see if it actually happens, because I'm only allowing myself 1 day at Hollywood Studios, so I only got the morning chance and the afternoon chance, so we'll see. I also want to get one of those little shoulder porgs. Oh my gosh, I love porgs. I loved it from the first moment I saw them in the movies. They're so cute. So that's going to be my one, really my one souvenir I want to get for myself is a porg. Although, disclaimer, I have seen all the posts about all the Run Disney stuff that they have now decided to sell in the parks. So I might be coming back with more than just a porg for myself. All right, last few things. I want to take a picture at the chess table as you're in the queue for Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, and I would like to be the pilot on that ride. So hopefully, I think I've heard that they're starting to put more than one party in those cockpits. Maybe if I give them really sweet puppy dog eyes, they'll let me be a pilot. And besides all that, I want to try to get pictures with as many Star Wars characters as I can. I know that they have Chewie and Rey out there. They have the Stormtroopers. Kylo Ren will walk by. As many Star Wars characters as I can. All right, let's get to running. I'm really doing way too much walking. Oh, that bright sun. All right, 3 miles done. Very, very slow. I think the average pace is like 13 something, but you know. So that's what I want to do for Hollywood Studios. Just really, besides Toy Story Land and Rock and Roller Coaster and all that jazz, just really experience all that immersion that they put into Galaxy's Edge. I think it's going to be very, very exciting. So yeah, let's see what the rest of this week holds for me. Got 10 miles in so far this week, so I'm doing really good. Hi, it's Friday, and it's like it wants to be warm today, but that little breeze gets me, so like I'm donning my hat, but I've got lighter layers here. I'm just gonna go for an easy 3 miles at my house again today, but today is Friday, which means that tonight I have Disney Bar with Laura Fry. Very excited about that. But I did want to get on here real quick and share a couple things that I realized I hadn't shared yet. I hadn't shared an update on how my foot is doing with my new shoes, and it seems to be doing better. I think just because of what it is, it's always going to hurt a little bit, but since getting these new shoes, it definitely significantly hurt, or doesn't hurt as much. The pain has significantly gone down, so that's good. So going up that half size, I think, helped a little bit. Also, my husband shared something with me last night that I wanted to share on here. If you are a fan of Kirk Cameron, he is going to be doing, I think it's only on Facebook from what I could tell, every night for 100 days he is doing what he is calling the American Campfire Revival on his page on Facebook. So I will leave a link for that in the description below. But it sounded like a really cool thing to listen to, you know. Just the opportunity to sit down and put our focus where it needs to be, and that kind of stuff just, oh, sun's coming out. That kind of stuff always helps me in my stress level and anxiety, just to remember who's in control of all of it. So just wanted to share that. So I'm gonna go get these 3 miles done and get ready for Disney Bar. It's so nice this Friday afternoon, and Scout hasn't been in the video yet, so we're gonna do a slow-mo of him chasing his toy. Don't eat the grass. We're gonna do a slow-mo of him chasing his toy. Ready? Hello. Happy Saturday. Sparkle Saturday. I'm wearing my white skirt today. It just seemed to go with this particular top very well. It is, my house thermometer was reading 50 degrees. I think there's just a little bit of a wind chill, but it is warmer than it has been. So I got 5 miles to do today. I wanted to share, I'm listening to Rope Drop Radio podcast. Has quickly become one of my favorite. Derek and Doug are so funny to listen to, but they share really good information too at the same time. Very entertaining. So here we go. Let's get these 5 miles done and finish out this week. Alright, 5 miles done. I did it in 58, which is what I usually try to do for a 5 mile easy run. I try to get it under an hour, so that was good. I was able, for the most part, to keep what I usually use for my easy run walk intervals for long runs, so I feel good. I definitely feel like I'm gonna be ready to do my sub 35K here in a few weeks. One thing that I didn't mention earlier, I'll mention now, is that I'm trying out some new socks. My running partner that I usually run with suggested that I might want to invest in some better socks than the ones I was using. They were just some Adidas socks that I got at Dick's Sporting Goods, and they've been working okay, but she's like, your feet could probably be much more comfortable if you invested in some actual running socks. And so I had heard a lot about the Legas, and so I ordered a couple pairs of kid socks. And remember, I wear kids shoes,
So at least for the kid Belega socks, they are super comfortable. I don't feel like I'm getting blisters anywhere, which is what sparked that conversation. One of my pinky toes was rubbing on the side of my shoe, which I've never had before. But she's like, try some new socks, and now it's not doing that, so it's great. 21 miles for the week, so it was a good week. Next week will be a shortened week, and I will share more about that in the next video. So like, comment below if you have any ideas for Hollywood Studios for me. Anything super specific, I'm pretty much planning on doing everything at that park, but if there's something for sure I need to do, please let me know. Subscribe to my channel, and always remember that you are his masterpiece. I'll see you next week.